Hello, and welcome to, I'm just making sure that I'm on live. Welcome to SuperMoss live stream annual sales meeting. Thank you for all joining at such late notice. Sorry we didn't give you more notice. We're trying to figure things out like normal, last minute. I'm Melissa Franzen. All of you know me. I'm sitting here today with Chris Cassidy, who is our new marketing director, and I want you guys to meet him. So real quick, I'm going to have to hop in.
Hey everyone, welcome.
And then I'm also sitting with Samantha, and Samantha is working with me as my assistant now. So you guys will be having a lot of contact with her. So she's sitting right here. So welcome to our meeting. So first of all, we want to try and do these meetings more frequently. I know I send out emails once, twice a year, maybe more, just giving you any updates as needed. But we want to try and do this so that we have a way to give you guys more information. Because you guys are the awesome people out there selling our products. So welcome. So this last year, for me personally, I sent second one in college. So I've got two in college, one at home still in 5th grade. And work has been awesome. I've seen so much growth in the company and continuing to have growth in the moss industry. So it's exciting. Being out on the road, being able to be back at shows, seeing you guys in Atlanta or in Atlantic City or wherever it is that I've been or going. So that's great. Daniel was going to be joining me to do this together, but with this platform, we can't do that because he's not physically here in the office. So Daniel is on the chat, and he's going to be answering any questions you guys have or maybe sharing things over the chat. So be sure to look at the chat. And if you have questions, please put them in the chat. And I'm going to do my best to answer everything at the end, because otherwise, you know me, I'll get distracted by it. So it's all there. So that's it with that. So first of all, the year in review. So we've had a great year. It's interesting. This industry, Uri once told me that he thought it was recession proof. And I really do feel that way. I mean, the more people, when we had COVID and we shut down, people needed to make their space beautiful, and they looked to creating and doing things that made them feel good, and doing that with natural products like moss has made us, go through the roof through COVID. You all know that orders were huge and we never stopped and missed a beat. And so I feel that way even with the economy kind of having some uncertainty right now. I still see growth and I still see large orders coming through and people aren't stopping ordering. So I still feel that we're well positioned for that. And as far as what we've done here with our warehouses, with our 3 large warehouses, especially with Georgia and Pennsylvania, we have more of a stable staff, and we've seen a change in their fulfillment and being able to fulfill in a more timely manner and more correct fulfillment. We're having less and less issues with shipping and all of that. So that's been great. Also, we've built our purchasing team here in the Santa Barbara office to really support the growth that we have by adding people on. It's a team here. There's more than one person doing it. So making sure that we have the right things at the right warehouses at the right time. Reindeers, for instance, making sure that we've got those reindeer planters in all 3 warehouses right now so that you guys can write your orders and get them out to your customers in October so they're ready to go in November. That's a great example. And we're there. So there are some things, right now, we do a lot of transfers between the warehouses. I think right now Georgia's light on reindeer moss, so there's a transfer going to Georgia in the next week or two to replenish their reindeer moss colors. So that kind of stuff's always happening in the background. And then the other big thing is that we, as all of you know, the problems that we had with the company that copied our products, we have finished that, and that was in our favor. So they can no longer sell Moss program. So that worked out. And now we have a lot of customers that maybe weren't ordering from SuperMoss previously, but now they have a program because they started a Moss program, and they're looking to continue that. So I do have a crossover list that I will send out to you guys, that is the direct copies and those SKUs that are exact copies of our product, so that if somebody says they want to continue the Spanish moss 2-ounce bag, but they don't know the SKU or whatever, I have that list. So I'll send that out to you guys. And it's because they copied our bags exactly to the footprint, it's easy to switch out the bags to the SuperMoss bags. So that's done, which is great. Glad to be through that. And thank you all for your patience while we handled that. Okay. And now our catalog. So I have sent out catalogs to all of you. You should have received our new catalog with the sunrise planter and bird feeder on the front. It's a great it's one of our new ones. It looks kind of like a tire swing, but really it's great because you can plant in it or you can use it as a bird feeder. And this planter is the second year we've had it, and it's selling really well. So it's a nice addition to the birdhouse collection. If you don't have catalogs, please let me know, and I'll make sure that I get them to you. If you run out of catalogs, please let me know, and Samantha and I will make sure that we get you more catalogs. So this catalog, I'm proud to say, has the least amount of errors in it so far, which is great. It's really great. We spent a lot of time proofreading it, and hopefully we've caught most of them. The big thing to recognize that's different in this catalog is that we did switch last year. We switched our bag sizes so that they're slightly different. We had kind of incorrect cubic inches on them. They're still equivalent to a 2, a 4, an 8, a 16, a 32-ounce bag, but now it has the correct cubic inches, both on the chart here and along the top. It was wrong on the top last year. So not all the mosses had changes, but some of them did. So the bag sizes are exactly the same. They're just the cubic inches are now correct. We recalculated them and they're correct. And then the other thing is we did take out the air bloom because we are not going to go forward with the air bloom products because we have simplified it. And now we're just going to have the cocoa peat and the cocoa mulch bales in the SuperMoss packaging. And there's a great page here in the catalog on page 100 and 101 with this cocoa peat and cocoa mulch. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by the chat. I told you I wasn't going to do that. It's Daniel. This cocoa, what I've seen in the market, cocoa peat, because peat is no longer available because it's not sustainable and we can't strip the earth of peat anymore. People are looking for a switch to replace their peat program, and our cocoa peat is cocoa fiber peat. So it's a sustainable product from coconut, and these are all purpose. So there's not like a tomatoes or a succulent or all the different orchid. They're really made for all the different plants. So, and we do have some great pictures in here to show the different plants that you can use them in. So we do have that. But if you do have customers that want the air bloom, we do have some available still, and we do want to move that inventory. So if somebody is looking to buy it, maybe at an off price or something, we do want to move it. So let me know, and I can work out some program for you or some work on that. Those are the main things. We do have the air plants in the catalog. That's the other thing I just wanted to point out real quick. And those still only will ship, always will only ship from California. They are basically a neighbor of ours at the warehouse. And so we don't grow them. We just, when we get the orders and then we ship them on Tuesdays, we go get the plants on Monday, they ship out next day on Tuesday. So they ship only from California next day air, and there is no discount on those. So any discounts that your customers have on their programs, those don't apply because they're not something that we make or buy or do. Okay, so that's a little bit about that. And there really weren't very many price changes this year. I know previous in the last couple of years, from 2019 to last year, we had a lot of fluctuation with products and shipping and cost of materials and cost of labor. Everything just went crazy and through the roof. And now it's kind of settled down. So we didn't really have any changes this year, but do make sure that you have the most recent price list. I did send it out in the last email, I think about a month ago. So you should have that. If you notice anything missing off the price list, let me know. I think it's pretty complete. And that's that. Okay, new items. So we have a couple new items that I'm going to point out. First of all, this one's one of my favorites. This one we actually developed last year, and I have kind of a funky version of it just because it's the sample that I happen to have in my office. This is floral wire. It's not, let me find the end of it. It basically is it's the same floral wire that you would use for making wreaths or tying bouquets or hanging things or all-purpose floral wire, but it's covered in moss, so you can see that it's really pliable, and you could make letters with it, you could wrap kokedamas with it, you could make shapes with it, there's so many different applications for this. And this also comes in 3 different ways. I think it comes in their little 6-inch pieces or 4 or 5-inch pieces, already cut in a bag of 6. Or I think I'm giving you guys wrong information. They're already cut in a small bag, and I think so you get 12 pieces of 5-inch in a bag, or it comes in a 60-foot roll, which that's what this is, but it's not rolled. And then there's a 12-foot in a bag. And they're on the same page with the floral vine, with the vine that we do, which everybody loves, on page 115. And you can see that we did a little project making a kokedama, and that's the picture that's there. This is a great item for not only for floral, but for craft. I can see it being used in the garden center. I can see it being used when you're repotting your orchids or any plants. Or when you're using this would be a good product to use with your moss trellis. So this is our new moss trellis. We have 4 different styles. This trellis is small enough to just go right into an indoor plant. It looks really big on the camera, but it's not. It's perfect for to go right into a pot for any climbing, vining plant that you have. And this particular style, we've taken it now to a few shows, and it's done very well. This is called the diamond trellis. And then we have this one here, which is more of a rounded design. This one's also done well, but not as well as the diamond. And then this is my favorite, actually, is that we have this new heart. This heart here. And it's, again, sticks right into a plant, and you can, put your little ivy on it. It's great for Valentine's Day. It's such a cute little design. And then we also have the red. This is so awesome for Valentine's Day. For any growers doing a big Valentine's program, this is fabulous. So these are not expensive. They retail for under $20. I think they're around $9, around $10 wholesale. And they're not yet here, but they'll be here, I think, in October. So they're coming soon. So they'll be here in plenty of time for spring. And then we do have another new product, but it's not yet in our catalog. So I'm going to give you a little unveiling of a brand new product. These are very cool. So I only have 2 of them here. We did show them in the Atlanta showroom. They are there, and they sold very well. So these are floral picks that are moss butterflies, and I believe that the stick will come mossed, so the whole thing will be mossed. These are some of the samples that I have, and they come in a set of small and medium. I think there's 12 in a set, 6 and 6. These are super cute. I love these little picks. I think they're fabulous. They're great just to stick into a plant to add something to an already beautiful arrangement. Now these I think are going to be in stock. towards the end of the year. So they'll be here before spring, but really we're going to launch them for next year. So next year will be a big launch, but I believe we have some photos I can send you. We don't yet have the samples. These aren't even the true production samples. They're just like our first samples. But these are really cute. So I love these. They're adorable. And there's going to be 2 different styles of butterflies. I think there's a monarch and a papilio butterfly. So there's 2 different ones. Okay, now I have moss all over my papers. Okay, so that's it for new products. The other thing I just wanted to point out is just again with our top 10, same top 10 we've had for years and years and years, but I want to make sure that you guys know that really it's all about Spanish moss and green and natural, reindeer moss in all the greens, forest moss in the 2 and 8 ounce bags, sheet moss in the 4 and 8 ounce bags, and the 21508, the bulk box. Those are all of our top SKUs. So making sure that every single order has some iteration of those is a great way to build your orders and make sure that you can maximize your freight. So with that being said, I just want to remind you that our minimum orders have raised to 350. We did that a few years ago. And a 350 order generally is going to get you an freight approval. So trying to make sure people understand the more they add to their order, get closer to that $1,000 mark, at least over $700, their freight is going to be more reasonable. It's going to be between, under 25%. There's not a whole lot that ships in that $300 range that is going to be under 25%, just with freight being the way it is and the size and the bulk of our product. So I just wanted to remind you guys about that. Okay, and then I can't forget the star. And I have behind me our sphagnum moss bales. These bales we sell really well on Amazon. Like it's something that we sell a ton of, and we aren't seeing that same growth in the garden centers. So I just wanted to point it out. It's a great add-on. It's a great item to recommend to your garden centers, not even an add-on item, because it's something that people are ordering a lot of and they're looking for, but they're not finding at their garden center. So they're going to Amazon. So I would recommend adding this item right here. They come in different sizes, but this size, I can show you. This one is the 22330. It's the 2.2 pound bale. And it's got great imagery on it. It's easy to put on the shelf. It stacks well. And not only that, but it's light, so it's not expensive to ship. And I do recommend that item. I know a lot of people do purchase sphagnum moss, and we do sell a lot of it, but that particular bale is very, very popular. And we do have plenty of inventory in all 3 warehouses. So order away. All right. So the next thing I'm going to talk about are our sales strategy and where we see the market. So trade shows. So far we've had a few trade shows. We have the permanent showroom in Atlanta. And so we did the July show, and that was actually pretty good. That was a good show. There were quite a few people there, and the numbers were pretty good. It's a slower show compared to January always, but it still was a good show. And then we went to, what's the next show? Oh, Foster's and Prince. And I think that was pretty quiet, the distributor shows. And then I just got back from Atlantic City and I went to the Arete show, and that was a very quiet show. So people weren't there. And then we had the Griffin show in New Jersey, and I think it was okay, but again, it was a quieter show. And we also had the Grow South BFG show, which is the first show since they've been merged with BFG or purchased by BFG. And that was a quiet show. So what we had heard is that some people had registered for that show, but then they decided they were going to go to the big show. So the big show, I think this year will be the BFG show in Cleveland. So I am actually going to be going to that show with Daniel and Jonathan. So we'll be there. So if you guys are there, please come by and say hi. We're hearing that they've had a record number of people register to attend. So we are expecting that to be the busiest show. There is also the show in Reno, and it's basically the L&L Central BFG Garden Wise whole package show in Reno. So that's the only show in California. So we're expecting that show to be busy too. And we will be, Jonathan, Grant, and possibly Samantha will be going to that show. So come by and say hi if you're at that show. And if you are at the show and you want us to help with any sort of support, we'd love to have you in the booth helping. You're always welcome. If you want to attend trade shows, let us know. We're always looking for good help, and you guys know this product better than I do a lot of times. So we'd love to have you. So with that being said, there's also a shift of people not going to trade shows. So there's a whole group of people that just aren't doing shows anymore because they're ordering online. So that is also a big shift. So whether they're using the distributor online portal or like our online portal, that is happening as well. So something to think about. The other thing is with the shift in BFG now being the largest distributor, purchasing Central, Grow South, L&L, Garden Wise, it all going into one big distributor. Some of the smaller customers aren't sure where they fall in that. So this is really an opportunity for you guys to go to your customers and talk to them and figure out how they're getting their products and is it still working for them. There may not be. It may be that it's time for, if they've always been getting it from their distributor, maybe it's better for them to now order direct, or maybe if they order direct, maybe it's better to go to a distributor. So we just really want to make sure that we are getting the products to them the way that works for them. So whether it's through the distributor or ordering direct through you, whatever works best. So that's where we have our exciting news that we're going to launch today. So we've come up with an early order program, and we're calling it a spring pre-book. I know some of you I've already talked to about it. I have like a little flyer. Mine's black and white because we don't have a color copy here, but I'm going to send this out to you in color, and it talks about what that discount looks like. So Chris is going to put the numbers in the chat just so you can kind of see. But how this works is that we have asked that they place their orders by October 15th. So they have a good month. And really, as long as it's in October, like by the end of October, I'll still honor it. I say October 31st is like the drop dead. And what they'll do is they can place their orders with you, and they can place their orders on our website, whichever works for them. And if they do place our orders on our website using the wholesale portal, which they have to apply to, then you will, if it's your account, you will get credit for it or whatever. We don't change the credit based on how they order. So how it works is if they don't currently receive any discount level, if they aren't currently signed up with a discount level, then if they place an order of $1,500 or more that ships anytime after November 15th through, March 1st, they would get 5% off of a $1,500 order, or 10% off of a $2,150 order, or $2,250 order. So that's the first tier. If they receive up to a 5% discount, then it would be 5% off of $2,500 or 10% off of $3,500. If they receive a 10% discount on their program, they'd receive a $3,000 on 5% off $3,000 or 10% off $4,000. If they receive a 15% discount on their program, it's 5% off of $5,000 and 10% off of $8,000. And if they receive a 30% discount or more, which 30% is our highest discount, then they would get a 5% discount off of a $10,000 order, or 10% off of a $15,000 order. And this is including all products, not just the products that are no longer discountable, except for succulents. So we are going to be removing that at some point, just so you know. We will be able to discount those items again because freight has become reasonable again, and we're now bringing in that product for spring. So we should be seeing that shift pretty soon. I haven't been given a date yet with Jonathan, but it should be pretty soon where we should be able to discount those items again, like our baskets and our imported items. But yes, so this is our spring pre-book offer. So I hope that you guys take this and you go out and you try and get those pre-books by the end of October. You take our new catalog. It's great to walk in with something that to offer. If you need any changes with this or updates, or if you just need help with the accounts, if you don't know what discounts your customers get, I can definitely work with you on that. And I want you to start to feel comfortable to reach out to Samantha. She's fabulous. She's only been here for a week and she's doing great. She's really picked it up quickly. And she's more than willing to help you and wants to help you. So feel free to reach out to her. I will give you guys her extension so you guys have it, a direct contact to her. Still, you can contact me. I'm still your girl here at SuperMoss, and I'll still be managing all your orders and stuff. But it's nice to have some support because there's a lot of you guys. Okay, so that's it with that. And then the next thing I'm going to talk about is our some of the tools that we have. So with Chris being here, he's fabulous at creating sales sales sheets are easy for him. He's way more than that. But he can help with facilitating if you guys need sales sheets for things. We do have sales sheets. I think for the trellises, we will have them we do have it for the mossy wire, and we will have it for the butterfly picks. I don't think we have that yet, just because they're not here yet. But we do have those. We do have beautiful sales sheets for like the soft weave and different products. So if you need a sales sheet for something, we did have a customer that wanted to run a program, and they asked for our help in putting together a sales sheet with just the products that they buy from us, just certain products, and we were able to help them to put that together with their logo on it. So if you need that stuff, just let us know. We'd love to help you. And now we have Chris who can help facilitate that and get that done for us pretty quickly. So let us know. The other thing that Chris has done is in July, he came to Atlanta and created a virtual showroom out of our virtual showroom that we have, or out of our live showroom that we have in Atlanta. So we now have that tool, and I've sent it out to you guys. Chris is putting the numbers in the chat just so you guys know. You guys have those same numbers that I rattled off with the discounts. So I did send that out to you. I do recommend using it. So far, the feedback has been great. I took it to a BFG sales meeting and showed the customers and the sales reps how to use it, and just they loved it. The feedback has been great. So we are working on creating some way to link products to it so that you can click on the products and learn more about them. So it takes you to our website and you can put them in your cart or learn more about the individual products. So we are working on taking it to the next level, but the fact that we even have a virtual showroom is pretty exciting. So use that. Let's see, where am I? Nothing has changed with the order form. Please continue to use it. If you have any questions, everybody seems to be pretty good at it and up and running. So let me know if there's every once in a while there's a glitch with it, just let me know. I hear from you guys before I know something's wrong with it, if it's not working. So continue to do that. Thank you for staying with us on that. And that is, that's about it. I think that's most of what I have. So, so I also want to thank you guys for being here, and I appreciate everything you guys do. I love talking to you. I love when you call me and we have a little personal chat and then we get into business. It makes my day. So continue to do that. And I really do hope that I see you guys at some of the shows. Daniel will be attending the Atlanta show in January, so I will not be there this year, but I will be back in Atlanta in July. And I hope you guys have a great start to your spring and get good traction on those early orders. So let's see, is there anything in the chat that we need to cover? Or
Yes.
is there? Okay, so
we have one question.
Okay.
The new trellises, when will they be in stock?
Sorry about that. The new trellises. So I was told that they would be here in the beginning of November. I don't have any new news on that. So what I'll do is I will send you an ETA on the trellises and the butterflies on when they'll be in stock. Just one more thing is that we have redesigned the reindeer for next year. So this year we are selling the same reindeer. We actually just replenished our inventory. So we have the same reindeer, but next year it'll look a little bit more like the puppy where it stands up. Just because the puppy is so fabulous. We can't keep that thing in stock. People love it. The fact that you can plant it and it stands up. He's so cute. He's got a cute face. So the puppy's going to have some antlers and turn into a little iteration of the reindeer. I think there's 2 different versions of it, maybe one sitting and one standing. So there will be some new reindeers coming out for next year that we'll introduce probably around March for next fall.
Another question. The red heart. Everyone loves the red heart trellis. Question, is it in the catalog?
I don't know if it's in the catalog.
It's not in the print. It is in the digital.
Oh, okay.
On the website.
Okay, so it didn't make it. So we were kind of back and forth if we just do green or red. And I think we decided to bring in the red and after the catalog had already printed. So it's not in the printed catalog, but it is in the digital copy of the catalog. Sometimes, we're moving and shaking, get ahead of ourselves.
Last question is, can you send us a link to the digital catalog?
Yes, I did send, you guys should all have that. I did send that out about a month ago, but I will resend it with my meeting notes, and I will resend that link.
That's it.
Great. Great. So if you guys have any questions or if you just want to reach out and chat about anything, please do. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to be with us this morning or this afternoon, wherever you are, and learn a little bit more about SuperMoss. And I look forward to our next one. We're hopefully going to do these every once in a while. So I don't know, maybe we'll do it right before the holidays. We'll do another one or maybe right after, depending on what we need. But if you guys need anything, you know where to find us. Good luck out there selling SuperMoss. Thank you for all you do.